What's good? What's good? What's good, man? We back at it again, man. It's the Blue Dollar Podcast, man. I'm Randy. I'm here with my boy Jeff tonight, man. Jeff, what's good?
What's up? What's up? What's going down?
Man, ain't nothing, man. We took a long break, man. We took a little brief hiatus, man. But
Yeah,
you know
man.
how it is, man.
Holidays, coming off of holidays, you know how that shit be, man. Take a while to get home a little bit, but yeah, we back though.
We back at it, man. We're gonna go in, man. So first thing we're gonna talk about, man, a lot transpired during the break, man, as far as like NFL head coaching openings, man. A lot of coaches got fired. There was only real one surprise, man, but everything else was pretty much expected for me, man. So out of all the teams, as far as the list of teams, we have the Raiders, the Broncos, the Jaguars, the Dolphins, the Bears, the Vikings, the Giants, the Texans, and that's it, man. So it's really 8 teams right now, man. So out of 8 teams, man, who do you think has the best head coaching opening right now if you was a head coach looking for a job?
At the moment, I want to say there's 2 teams that is very attractable. I might say is definitely the Miami Dolphins, especially coming off the season they had with finishing with a winning record, and in a tough division nonetheless. Though they probably possibly had the toughest AFC division this year by far, because our division produced 2 playoff teams, and but none the least though, I would like to say, the Dolphins, that was the shockwave that went through, the NFL as far as head coach.
It was a terrible move, man. It's an ego thing, man.
Yes, I think this is a situation where, egos and personalities collide. I mean, I get it. Respect is a must. Especially you're a grown man. You want to be treated as such. You want to be treated with respect. You don't want to be going at it with a guy that's supposed to be the leader of the team, one of the leaders of the team, the representation of the team, as far as the coaching staff, and I just didn't like the to me, the timing couldn't have been worse for Miami, because you're not gonna find a better coach at this time with experience, especially coming off. This is like one of the most memorable seasons for me, because this is the first time we actually beat New England twice.
We swept them.
We swept them this year. It's the first time we swept the Jets, we swept the Patriots, but we got swept by the Bills.
2 back-to-back winning seasons.
Yeah, and exactly coming off last season 10-6, and this season 9-8. So it was very shocking. I honestly didn't believe it when someone told me. I had to look it up for myself, and I saw it. It was breaking news. And it caught a lot of sports analysts off guard. And once everything started coming out about the relationship between the GM, the owner, and Tua, and other players as well that were involved, I guess, in verbal altercations, disagreements with Brian Flores, and they didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things as far as who to let go, who to bring on as far as coaching staff wise. That's been a issue they've been trying to address since he's been there, since after his first season when he went 5-11. But I actually felt like, though, with that being maybe their major issue to me, with as far as the coaching staff and possibility the QB position, he was heading in the right direction. And I felt like he was getting better with time. And I felt like that's something that's something you can fix.
It was ego. It was ego driven, though.
Yes. It was like, I felt like the owner. This is one of those things where owners get in the way of progression. And one team that's famously known for it, the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. I felt like this is not that type of situation, but almost is, in a sense where you're not letting the guys you're hiring, you're not allowing them to do their job. And I'm going to take it back 2 years ago into the draft that we drafted Tua. A situation where you let your money work for you. You let the people you hired them for a reason, let them do their job. You know what I mean? And accordingly, he wanted to get Tua in that draft and overlook very high prospect QB, in my opinion, Justin Herbert, in that draft. And now we see the production Justin Herbert is having there in the LA Chargers. It's like, man, how we missed that, especially with all the games that Tua missed and the injuries, coming out of college and to now to this point.
Now, granted, Herbert is in a better situation than Tua right now.
Yes, no.
He is in a better situation than Tua.
I disagree, but slightly disagree with you on that. Only because the offensive line isn't that great in LA.
It's way better than the Dolphins.
No, it's not. If you saw that game, the last game Justin Herbert played in against the Las Vegas Raiders, man, they had that boy on skates the whole game. That offensive line was collapsing on him, but that's kind of like the performance that offensive line has been putting up this whole past season for them. So the offensive line situation isn't better as far as the weapons goes. I give them a slight edge as far as the weapons. Because they have a running game. They have Eckler in the backfield, so that really gave him, that have defense play true defense as far as playing the run first and the pass second. So I give him that. He definitely has some. It was similar weapons as far as on the outside with the slot and outside receivers and the tight end to the Dolphins. But I say that to say this. Miami situation, the whole coach dismissing Brian Flores was a total side blow. Number one seeded coming for obvious reasons. He's producing 2 winning seasons, and I can't remember the last time the Dolphins had 2 back-to-back winning seasons.
Early 2000s.
Exactly. We were still in middle school around that time. You know what I mean?
Now they we telling our age, man. They still think I look. I'm just saying, I look 23, man. You can't be snitching on me like that, bro.
No, I know that, but our viewers, you want to know, we ain't no old head, but we ain't no young bucks neither. But that's all I say.
I'm forever young, Joe.
That was one of the, to me, the most. One is one of those decisions for the missing the head coach that was not justifiable for me. Enough, it wasn't justifiable enough. Like,
especially there's nothing better out there right now.
But yeah, it's the timing, and it wasn't justifiable enough to let him go. But just because you get into a disagreement with the GM and the owner, like I felt like those stuff y'all could have worked around that, like you know what I mean. And then button heads with Tua as well. I felt like everybody was like kind of against him, even when the announcement came out. A few players, liked the post or like was like kind of, satisfied with the decision that the owner made in getting rid of Brian Flores. And me as a Dolphin fan, that it hurt it. That especially that day, and even getting all the information that happened, what occurred to the decision, letting him go. It still sucks, man. Like other fans of football know, like that was something I think it wasn't justifiable to let him go. Like
it don't make football sense.
It exactly
does make football sense.
Everything that came out of that was like on some soap opera, like trying to prove a point.
Degrassi type of shit.
And I wish, of course, I wish him going forward with his career, Brian Flores. He's not gonna have a problem getting one of those head coaches positions out there with any of them teams that's out there. You know what I mean? So I hope he lands on his feet well. It's unfortunate to see him leave Miami, but I wish him the best of luck in his career. As far as the Dolphins goes, I hope we can find somebody that's justifiable of a replacement. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be an offensive coach, though.
Yeah, definitely gonna be an offensive coach. I think the defense, we had a really strong top 5 defense this season, man. And we produced a lot of turnovers, a lot of we was really highly rated as far as position wise. Our DBs, linebackers, and that front seven was real nice against the run too. So I think the defense will have no issue going into next year. Maybe get a little bit better at the linebacker position, but other than that, the offense needs the most work definitely going forward. So whatever head coach we get, hope he has to be an offensive mind genius. I see the candidates we're interviewing, a couple of assistant offensive coordinators.
Brian Daboll for the Bills.
Yeah, so that's actually I like that. That's the only part I like about what they're doing right now as far as the candidates they're interviewing for the job. But by saying that though too, man, I'm a little bit, like I said, I'm disappointed as a Dolphin fan to see him go. I think that is a mistake that maybe maybe wasn't the best decision at the moment. Maybe, I mean, only time will tell if that was a good decision or not. I'm not going to say it was a bad decision overall, and we're not going to be able to bounce back from that. But hopefully, this decision doesn't come back to bite us in the long run. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's how I feel on that, man.
So, yeah, man. I mean, I most definitely agree that the Dolphins, to me, is the best job opening right now, man. Coming off a winning season, we was just in the hard division, man, with the Bills and the Patriots, man. So third place was the best place at this point, man. So you know what I'm saying. I mean, even though we swept the Bills, no, not the Bills, but the Patriots, there were some games that we lost that we should have never lost. So
of course, obvious the Atlanta and against the Jaguars, those two came back to bite us in the end. Because even the close game against the Raiders, we didn't have two of that game, but still we was in the position to win, and it came down to our defense. But the defense got better along the way. Like like they were starting to find their niche, playing together. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and man, those three games came to bite us in the ass later down the road.
And what they were saying is we didn't start playing our real defensive scheme until we started the streak. So that man, like it was
against Baltimore.
There was some coaching error, but it wasn't enough coaching error to not give this man another chance. You feel me? Exactly. So that's what I'm like. He still gave you a winning season after coming 1-7. You feel me? So
we don't make fired for less though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel me?
So yeah, it's definitely one of those things. It's a head scratcher. It's something we won't be able to understand because we wasn't there. All we could do is hope for the best for the Dolphins going forward.
All right, another good head coaching opening I see. I was gonna mention the Raiders, but I feel like the Raiders snuck their way into the playoffs, honestly, because it's just Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, and that's it. They basically.
I commend the interim head coach for a job well done as far as getting into the postseason.
Everything lined up for him.
Yeah, like because everything that went on in the beginning of the season form with the John Gruden and the wide receiver that got in a horrible accident, that's no longer part of the team and other positions as well. Like I felt like, with all that, they had an excuse of not probably performing their best this season because they lost their head coach to unfortunate events, and with the wide receiver. So honestly, I feel like the best head coaching position, second to Miami, is Minnesota.
That's what I was going to say, too. You stole that from me.
That
from me. That offense, they got too many weapons on offense.
Yes. As far as Dalvin Cook, with Thielen and Jefferson, and they got an okay tight end. But the offensive line is pretty decent.
They got Dalvin. You didn't even mention Dalvin.
I did. It was my first person I mentioned. I said Dalvin. I said they got Cook.
I didn't hear that part. You didn't say from the crib, so I ain't hear you.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, from the crib, Cook. But yeah, man.
Dirty ass signature.
Kirk Cousins is a decent quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I think there's other quarterbacks ahead of him. I put a lot of other quarterbacks ahead of him for sure. But and their defense kind of looked a little bit better.
They fell off compared.
They fell off though. Yeah, going towards the end of the season, it kind of fell off. But definitely, man, you can see the ups. That team is definitely on the upside of things right now.
And Aaron Rodgers is about to be out of there.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers is about to be out of there too in Green Bay.
So exactly. So
that shit gonna open wide.
They're definitely, to me, the second best team in that division, in front of the Bears and the Lions, of course. And if Aaron Rodgers doesn't win the championship this year, I definitely see him leaving Green Bay.
He's not winning it this year. He's out of there, Jeff.
I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna seal the deal if they don't. If like anything other winning in the championship is a failure. You know what I mean? Getting into the NFC Championship game 2 years in a row, I might add, and losing. You see what I'm saying? They lost to the Niners and they lost to the Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. Both teams are currently in the postseason right now. So, man, it's one of those things, man. Like, I feel like Minnesota makes sense for a head coaching to go in there and make like immediate change. You're gonna see something transpire going into next year. Because even if you still have Kirk Cousins, not a bad QB. All you gotta do is kind of fix the defense a little bit, as far as the front seven, and get some decent DBs, and you all right. You got a playoff contention team, championship contention team.
Yeah,
so
what happened to Pat P, man?
Patrick Peterson?
Yeah.
Is he still there or no?
Yeah, he started at DB for him this year, Minnesota.
Well,
you see, you didn't even notice. That's how bad he was.
And that brings up another point. I don't. There's only one recognizable name on their defense. They don't really have no headliners on their defense. Like no guys that could really go in there and make immediate change. So hopefully they do something in the offseason, in the draft, in the free agency, get some guys in there that can, improve that defense. Head coach, the defensive coordinator, I don't know if they need to let him go. They let him go too, right? Well, he gone.
No. The head coach was the defensive coordinator. They got him up out of there.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah. I mean, yeah, you want a head coach that's an offense. He's an offensive head coach.
But the offense wasn't the problem.
It wasn't the problem, exactly. So yeah, you definitely need a guy in there that can either hire a good defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? I don't know where you're gonna find it at the moment.
Or hire a defensive head coach and keep the offensive staff.
I'll tell you right now, the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, the former Atlanta head coach, he's looking, he could possibly be another head coach. I could see possibly going over there in Minnesota, making immediate change on that defense. He did an outstanding job this year with the Cowboys. They have a star-studded defense, though, I might add. They got some A1 players on that defense, especially with Diggs and
Diggs overrated, man. He just was at the right spot at the right time, bro. When you really watch him on film, he's not all that.
But I'm saying he led the league in interceptions, and they had Mika, that boy Mika, the first
Michael Parsons.
My bad, Michael Parsons. Sorry, that guy there was a monster, man. As a rookie, man, outstanding season, man, outstanding, man. It's one of those things that's always gonna burn it. Like he's like, man, this guy here is like one of those Aaron Donald type of dudes. You know what I mean? And he's so young too, so his career he's only gonna get better. Hopefully he bounced back from that injury. I think it was a minor injury in that game that lost to the Niners. But yeah, man, Minnesota is definitely that second team I'm looking at. I'll be interested as a head coach to come in there and try to get the job. You know what I mean?
All right, so now I'm gonna hit you with another one, man. Off of that, what you think is the worst head coaching position to go after right now to get hot? Let me read you the rest of the list because it's a shit bag, man. So besides that, we have the Broncos, the Jaguars, the Bears, the Giants, and the Texans are the leftover teams from what we mentioned as the best openings.
I want to say the Texans.
Yeah, that Deshaun shit bad. He ain't staying.
It's because you going in there already with, actually I was kind of impressed with the Texans defense, the way they perform in some certain games, and even the offense, the production they got to cook, man. They actually performed against, they ain't let nobody just run over them. You know what I mean? Them boys competed, man. So kudos to the players, man.
David Mills, the quarterback they drafted, got in the third round. He really held up his own. If they wanted to go with him as a permanent starter, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
It wouldn't be a bad idea because I feel like he can only get better. Like we haven't seen the best of him. You know what I mean? Because the numbers he was putting up with Cooks, man, was crazy this year. So, man, kudos to the Texans players, man, for not letting that hold Deshaun and the situation get in front of them and tear them down. Them boys perform, man. They gave a lot of teams. I want to say they gave them hell. You know what I mean? They ain't let them come in there. They ain't go nowhere and just get ran over. So they actually pull out some wins too. Some unexpected wins, I might add. You know what I mean? This season. So, Texas, man, only because you don't know exactly. Like there's uncertainty as far as the situation. Of course, you want Deshaun out there playing for you, a great quarterback, but I don't trust.
And management's bad too.
Management is bad, but I don't trust the owner.
Yeah.
I really don't trust him. He's like, I feel like that organization is kind of flawed right now. And if it'll be a blessing in disguise if the coach is going there and make immediate change and not let that get in front of him and do his thing. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm looking for a head coaching job, man, I'll take the interview, but I'm hoping they don't call me back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm hoping they don't call me back. I'm hoping if I'm Brian Flores, I'm hoping they're not my number one option. Hopefully I can hold out long enough to go to Minnesota or
word on the street. What the street's saying is that if Deshaun ain't staying there, then Flores ain't going there. So
that's what I'm saying. And see, already right now you're running away possibly the best head coach prospect on the market. You know what I mean? With that whole Deshaun Watson situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, man, if I'm a notable head coach, a coach that's looking for a head coach job, bro, I would not want to go to Houston right now. And there ain't no disrespect to Houston at all, bro. So right now,
all disrespect, bro. They fired the head coach after one season, bro. They knew that team was ass, bro. And they still fired the man after one season.
That's what I mean. There's no loyalty at the moment right now as far as they're like, they rotated through a lot of head coaches. Just about any other team as far as like the Jacksonville, Miami, or, the Browns. You know what I mean? So, like, they're one of those teams that never had a notable head coach there. You know what I mean? That stayed there for longer than, I want to say, two seasons, I want to say. But
another black head coach got fired too, man. So that's two.
Oh yeah, well that's one of those things, man. That's always gonna be a topic, off the podcast topic. I don't think we can really talk about it on this platform because that's a little emotional, I think, for obvious reasons. You know what I mean? But like I said, Brian Flores ain't gonna have no trouble landing nowhere at all.
He shouldn't have any trouble.
He's not. I don't think Miami's gonna try to, try to interfere with him getting a head coach job anyway. Ain't no grudge like that. Just it wasn't working there, especially with the GM we got there in Miami. But yeah, man, it's one of those things I can't talk about on this platform because I'm gonna say some things that definitely ain't gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way. But it is what it is at the end of the day.
That's what we do. That's why we do Blue Dollar Podcast.
I hear you.
Keep it 100 all the time.
Of course, we don't keep it 100. I want to be a little controversial. I don't want to be, I don't want to be too controversial. You know what I mean? Like I want to stick to the topic at hand as far as what our viewers want to listen to. As far
express yourself, man.
I'm expressing to the fullest, my brother. But that's something, man.
All right, I ain't gonna push.
The other side of me gonna come out. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna push.
I got a day job. Remember that.
We all. Hey, the Giants is a pretty bad job too, by the way.
Yeah.
I
was leaning between them, but I think the Giants situation too is fixable. At least their organization has a good history as far as getting the right people in there and winning. They got a win. They kind of got a winning culture. It not as of lately, but in the recent past, they have a winning culture. So I'm not going to throw the Giants like that under the bus like that. Well, the Texans have no winning success in the past and current, right now. So
shit. But hey, the Giants, they got Saquon, man. So at least when you get there,
who has yet to perform in the season.
Whoa. You only had a couple bad seasons, Jeff.
Stop giving you putting dudes on the pedestal. They ain't even done nothing yet.
Bro, do you remember his rookie and his sophomore season? Do you?
The man got hurt. What are you talking about? Okay. He ain't played 5 games in a row yet.
I'm pretty sure in the season?
In a season.
I think he broke the rookie running back record for scrimmage yards, didn't he?
No,
or reception. No, that was Chris McCaffrey.
What are you talking about?
But he's still up though.
Listen, the man ain't made the Pro Bowl yet. He ain't rushed for over 1,000 yards yet.
He rushed for over 1,000 yards.
No, he has not. No, he has not, bro.
He rushed for over 1,000 yards.
My brother, that's what Google for. Go ahead, use your phone.
Bro, it don't make no sense to Google it. I'll Google it anyway for your
please.
Your giggles, but
yes, go ahead. Prove me wrong.
Saquon, man, he rushed for 1,000 yards already.
Nah, bro.
Like I'm trying to tell you.
Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead.
All right, career stats. He only been in the league 4 years now.
Yeah.
Rookie year, 2018, 1,307 rushing yards.
Okay.
11 touchdowns.
Okay.
91 receptions. 91 receptions too.
Okay. Go
rookie year.
Go past the rookie season.
Sophomore year, he rushed for 1,003 yards and 6 touchdowns and 52 receptions.
Six rushing touchdowns ain't shit. But go ahead.
All right, and then his third year, he got hurt real early.
Yeah.
So he only had 19 carries for 34 yards. And in this season, in which he ain't play a lot of games, he only got 593 yards and 2 touchdowns. But them last 2 seasons,
but listen,
bad staff, bad coaching staff.
What I'm saying, he hasn't been able to repeat his first year season. He's been on the down slope. If you look at his stats, my man was on the down slope. He's on the down slope.
When you got a bad O-line and you have no quarterback or no coaching staff, Jeff, what can you do?
That's an excuse for the week. Don't nobody care about what you did in the past, what you done for me lately. Last 2 seasons, my man, guess what? You ain't been doing shit. And guess what? He can't be looking for a decent contract. Honestly, he can't be. Because you have at least Zeke has been able to repeat his performance from his early success in recent seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least he's been able, when it came down to that contract year, he balled. He earned it. You know what I mean? Zeke, man, look, say what you want about Zeke. He worth every dime, because guess what? He ain't never gonna get paid that again. Never again. But
I'm not gonna lie,
it's not that dude like
talent
that.
wise, if everybody 100% healthy, Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the NFL.
No, what the
just
hell
off
are you
talent,
talking
just
about?
off of talent.
Oh my God.
He is
crazy?
Just off of talent. Take health out the window and a whole bunch of other shit.
He not even close. So you gonna put him over Derrick Henry like that? Easy?
Yes. Off of talent.
Crazy. That man is a freak of nature alone. His
Derrick Henry just big. People scared to tackle. Saquon is athletic. He's talented. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball. He has agility. He's like Barry Sanders, but in 2022.
No, don't ever stain Barry Sanders' name like that. Don't ever compare him to that, man. Ever.
It's been said.
Nah.
It's been said.
His style of play is similar, yeah, but he's not up there with no Barry's. No, bro, stop it.
I said talent, Joe.
Talent.
I'm not talking about stats.
You can have all the talent in the world. How many niggas we know they got talent, they ain't never make the league? We've seen plenty of Barry Sanders, high school players, college players, they ain't never make it to the league. You know why? Your best ability is your availability, my brother. He just got lucky. He when he was at the peak of his prime, he went into the league, had a really good first successful 2 seasons as far as stat-wise, but not seasons. And guess what? The last 2 he been on a down slope, my brother. He ain't been able to do nothing. It don't matter.
Work,
you got all the time in the world. If you can't produce on the field, I'm measuring his success. And right now, his success is going down. Like
all right,
down, brother.
I'm telling you get the right head coach in there, man. He'll maximize his opportunities.
If he healthy, he ain't. If you're talking about all the running backs in the league healthy, he ain't better than Chris McCarthy. He ain't better than Derrick Henry. He ain't better than Dalvin Cook. He
better than Dalvin Cook.
No, he's not. No,
Dalvin
he's not.
Cook trip over himself.
No, he's not. No, he's not, bro.
We're not gonna go there.
What?
We're not gonna go there. Dalvin Cook trip over himself too much. So,
no, man, whatever. That's an observation. That ain't even really valid right now, bro. That's crazy. He worried about the man tripping over himself.
He does though,
but he performs better than Saquon
right now.
But he's reliable.
I'm talking about stats.
What you mean right now?
Talent.
The man has literally come back off the injury and performed.
Okay,
that's Saquon's problem right now. After injury, he has not been able to perform. That's just what it is. That's facts.
He's in a bad situation. He has no O-line, man. He has no quarterback. The Giants are terrible. They're the worst head coaching job compared to the Texans.
Man, guess what? The Lions been terrible for years, but Barry Sanders always got it done. Remember that?
This ain't the
You
90s,
want to
bro.
compare him to Barry Sanders? Barry
It's not the
Sanders
90s, though.
he performed even when his team was bad. So there's no excuse.
Injuries, just.
Oh, come on. That's part of the game, my brother. That's part of the game.
All right. So we agree that the Giants are the second worst.
Yes.
Opening.
Yes.
I don't think we should even go more on this list because I think those two are pretty bad in itself. I mean, you got the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars is good. Just Urban Meyer.
I feel like the Jaguars, that's an okay situation. Yeah. Especially Denver situation is okay, and the Bears situation is okay.
Yeah, man. I think if Jaguars get somebody like Doug Peterson, somebody who actually knows how to win the Super Bowl, they'll be straight. Because they need somebody just a leader, man. They
need a true leader. They need that winning culture to come in there and turn everything around. And they can get the most out of his guys. You know what I mean? Like they can get the best effort and know how to coach. Because obviously that's something that is very rare nowadays. There's some coaches that just can't coach.
At all.
I mean, of course, I'm selling my McCarthy bitch ass. Motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I think people need to really like to listen to when people who know football are talking. Like Aaron Rodgers was just saying that he can't coach. It was plain as daylight. He can't coach. But for some reason, Jerry Jones behind his mouth said, yo, you don't know, man. He done cursed the Dallas Cowboys now. He done cursed them. Because he done cost them 2 or 3 games this season. Because he can't manage the clock. He can't manage the game properly.
He got out-coached.
That's a flaw. That's a big flaw. Especially when you're trying to come back. When you down. And you know what I mean? It's just, man, it's with the much talent that team got, my credit to the Niners, they deserve to win that game because they outplayed Cowboys. They outplayed
Debo Samuels. Shit.
Yeah.
They could have stopped him for shit.
What I told you about that boy.
You were right about that. For once, you were right about something.
Well, I'm almost
and it was him.
Right, like 90% of the time, my brother. I ain't perfect, but I'm right 90% of the time. Don't forget that.
Since you my dog, and this gonna be live on the internet and shit, I'm not gonna do you like that. I'm gonna let you have your flowers, man.
You keep your flattery, my brother. I don't want it.
All right, I'm just saying.
I'm right 90% of the time. The 10% I'm wrong. I'm almost right. But we gonna keep this conversation for another time. But man, look, they got all that time. Dallas Stars didn't show up that game. That was they stars.
Nobody showed up, man.
It wasn't all on the coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put all that blame on him, especially that. My man only threw 1 touchdown pass. That's a problem.
Yeah, now with all them weapons too.
That's what I'm saying. That is a problem. And Zeke didn't perform. CeeDee Lamb one reception for 21 yards. I don't know if he wasn't getting open or what the hell was going on, but that fall down from Dak. At least Amari Cooper produced a little bit. He was their best offensive weapon. Him and on the tight end. Yeah, from the crib. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Cooper and on the tight end was the best weapons they had on the field. Yeah, that was it. So, but yeah, man, we get on top.
All right, well, let's go to these divisional games this weekend, man. So the first game that's up is the Bengals traveling to play the Tennessee Titans, and the Titans are favored by 3.5. Now, before we get into our predictions, we're not expert sports bettors. We don't gamble like that, so we're just going based off what we see as far as numbers and analytics and all that stuff, and that's what we're going based off. So don't take our vote of confidence in our decisions of who's going to win at heart and blame us if you lose your bread. That's on you. That's the disclaimer we have right now. So just in case. All right, man. So the Titans favored by 3.5 against the Bengals. The Titans at home. Derrick Henry's coming back. We'll see how that goes. So go ahead, Jeff. Take off on this, man. Who you like?
Yeah, I like Tennessee in this matchup. It favors them a lot. You know, Derrick Henry getting healthy at the right time, come back at the right time. I'm not expecting too much of a big performance from him because, you know, he hasn't played in a while. He missed, 10 weeks, I believe, or more than that?
Like 7 to 10 weeks, something like that.
10 weeks. Yeah, and he's in practice shape, but, man, that game time shape is different. You know, you out there, the adrenaline running, like, it's a different thing. So I don't expect him to come out there and really perform. If he does, good for the Titans. Because now they got their main man back in the backfield. But Tannehill and AJ Brown has been doing a great job as far as like producing, getting the most out of that team. Kudos to the offensive line too. They actually been really good, solid most of the season. And their defense might be the most improved defense I've ever seen. Coming from last year.
They a situational defense. They've been overachieving.
Yeah. You probably right on that, but
they overachieving.
I'm just saying, man, just the performance that defense has been able to perform. Mind you, that they beat the Niners when the Niners started to get a little bit better around end of the season. They beat the Niners, an impressive Niners team to me. So to me, that defense ain't no scrub, especially against the offense they're going against. You know what I mean? With Joe Burrow and them boys coming to town with Chase, Jamar Chase, and you got the running back in the backfield too. Got the boy name, goddamn. What's the boy name?
Joe Mixon.
Yeah. But man, look, like to me, it's a good matchup between the Bengals offense and the Tennessee's defense. I ain't got that much faith in Cincinnati defense. Not at the moment. Not right now. Against that offense, coming off a bye week, rested, healthy. I don't know, man. I think that defense, hopefully they got all their starters, they got all their good pass rushers, because they're gonna be a problem for the Bengals, man. The Bengals is almost then they're gonna be like a shootout, but I got faith as far as in the Bengals offense to keep up. You know what I mean? So like they actually outscored the Chiefs in the final week of the regular season. So, and the Chiefs defense ain't no scrubs neither. So, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, you know what? This is a great matchup as far as, offense and defense wise, and star players showing up in this game. So I'm looking for a hell of a matchup in this game, a dogfight. Is everyone coming out to the end? I don't see a blowout from neither side. I don't see neither side laying down and just letting the team, just blown by. So, but I'm going to take the home team, the Tennessee Titans. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to my boy Joe Burrow. I actually want to hopefully see him go deep. Like, you know what I mean? I always be for the underdogs.
Never would have made it.
Huh?
Never would have made it.
Never would have. But, man, yeah, like, to me, like, the Titans right now, coming off of their regular season performance, it's hard to go against them. It really is right now, especially with the resume they got, being a number one AFC team for a reason. You know what I mean? Even continue to win without Derrick Henry. And then get him back into the mix, they're going to be a problem for their defense. Like, I literally see Tennessee putting up points every possession. Every possession.
So you going with Tennessee on the money line or spread?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take the money line just to be safe. Like I said, the Bengals, I don't see them laying down. You know what I mean? They're not going to lay down. Like I say, it might be a little shootout. It may start to get out of hand, but I think Tennessee defense can slow them down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the Tennessee defense get more stops than the Cincinnati Bengals defense. So that's really like offense. Both offense are superb. They're elite. They talented on both on offense and the run game and the passing game, and elite quarterbacks. But it's gonna come down to the defense. And Cincinnati right now got the weaker defense than Tennessee does. So I like Tennessee to get the more stops and hold off and get them boys to W.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, man. I see this. Both teams are super even across the board offensively.
Yes.
So it makes it very hard to go with one team convincingly, whether it's the money line or the spread.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it, it's really gonna be a shootout because both teams are terrible against the pass. But they both are top 10 against the run.
Yes.
So it's really gonna be a shootout. There's not gonna be that much running.
Yeah.
Just somebody gets a lot of goal line situations.
Right. Yeah.
But it's gonna be an air show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an air show. But to that point, man, I feel like Tennessee is gonna get it, man, because you feel me? I feel like Derrick Henry's coming back. They're gonna run him. They're gonna run him to the ground, probably 25 carries. I mean,
oh, you got to.
He had 10 weeks off.
You have to
get back on your job now. You got to do your thing.
Exactly.
But
This playoff,
they're gonna try to run this
time
around.
now. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think he's gonna have a lot of yardage per se, but I think he's gonna help in killing the clock when they need to.
And wear down that defense.
And wear down their defense.
Yeah. And mind you, their backup running back, he's actually been productive. I forgot the guy's name, but he actually been pretty putting up some impressive numbers.
Dante Foreman.
Yeah, Foreman. Yeah. So I like Tennessee to run the ball heavily.
They got two big bitches, but I don't think the running game because Cincinnati's top 10 against the run, so I know it's gonna be an air show anyway.
But it's gonna wear them down for when they do start throwing the ball. You see what I'm saying? Because you got Julio. Let's see if Julio can perform that vintage Julio
and AJ Brown.
So you see what I'm saying? And them boys ain't little. Those some big ass motherfuckers. You know, Julio ain't little. AJ Brown ain't little. Derrick Henry ain't little. So
right. And I feel like Cincinnati, you know, they got as far as I can see them going. I can't see them doing the impossible. I feel like especially that last game at home. So to open up the playoffs, man. So I feel like they done used up all their magical luck they can, and this is a road game, and I see Tennessee just not playing with them. The same way how they did us week 17, they might they might try to do that to Cincinnati, but Cincinnati got too many weapons, so it's going to be hard for them to blow them out. But I'll take Tennessee on the money line, man, and I'll also take the game on the over as far as the total.
And then make a quick comment. What I didn't like about what the Cincinnati did in that game against the Raiders, that there was some drive that they settled for the field goal. You know what I mean? Like the Raiders defense actually stopped them. And so I think Tennessee defense is too good for that. So I'm thinking Tennessee defense gonna really probably be able to slow them down. Because if the Raiders defense was able to slow them down in that red zone when Cincinnati should have put up points to further the lead and not keep the Raiders in the game, because that game came down to like the last couple of seconds on a 9-yard line in the red zone. So that game could have, and also the questionable call with the refs early in the game in the second quarter, that game was actually tighter than it should have been.
Exactly.
So by that too alone, like, cause I'm seeing like, well, you can't stop this offense, just, you know, especially if the refs don't help them, they don't get assistance from the ref. I like Tennessee to win this game by money line.
But another thing I want to bring up too, Tennessee depends on the run in order to function. Cincinnati don't have to depend on the run in order to function on offense and get points. So that might be Cincinnati's biggest advantage right now. Yeah, they can put points up whether they're running the ball or throwing the ball. Preferably throwing the ball because all the weapons they have with Chase, Higgins, and you got Boyd, and also the tight end Azuma came out of nowhere too. Yeah. So they can hit you.
They can run the ball. Joe Mixon ain't no scrub.
Joe Mixon is good, but they don't have to depend on him to put up points. That's says Tennessee depends on the running game to put up points.
But you need to run the game. You need to run the ball successfully in order to wear that defense down, Tennessee defense down. You're gonna need.
But both defenses are top 10 against the rush. You feel me? But that's the thing.
Overall, they're the better defense. Tennessee had the better overall defense. DBs and front seven, they have the better defense. So and better coach as far as I'm concerned, because he has playoff experience.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that. Mike Vrabel, yeah.
Exactly. It's going to come down to the coach. That's why I'm so critical. I'm like, bro, Tennessee was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they ain't no newly, like the Bengals, they first time since 1991 in the postseason, and they won their first game. You know what I mean? Well, no, actually, they've been in the postseason before then, but it's their first postseason win, coming off a win, going deep into the playoffs. Tennessee has, with this head coach, they won a playoff game. They competed against Kansas City. Like, they ain't no scrubs. So it's going to be
they got Tennessee going to win. It's just how they going to win.
Right, exactly. I expect them to win, but I won't be surprised if Cincinnati come out and pull this off because of the offense. If they just assert their dominance in this game as far as on the offensive side of the ball and just outscore Tennessee. You know what I mean?
So, yeah. All right, man. So, the next game is the night game, which is at Lambeau Field, man. We got the 49ers traveling to play the Packers, and the Packers are favored by 5.5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Jeff, man, what you think, man? You think Aaron Rodgers is going to fuck up the bag and let 49ers come through and sneak one?
I mean, granted, there's a lot of pressure on both teams because the postseason want to go home. Of course, on Aaron Rodgers. Now, I don't see that much pressure on Aaron Rodgers, but definitely see the urgency to win now with the team he has right now. Because, like, to me, this is probably like the best defense they kind of had in recent memory. And of course, he got all his weapons, his offensive line, they healthy. Like, them boys coming off a bye week, they healthy, they're ready to go. While the Niners coming off some key injuries, man, definitely. Garoppolo had a shoulder injury. Bosa had Joey had an injury as well, and I believe it was another player that had an injury, a key player on the defense, corner, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, and apparently, from what I'm hearing, if they're gonna have any shot of winning this game, of course, you know they're gonna need all three, especially Bosa, to put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. You get Aaron Rodgers 5 seconds in that pocket, he ripping your head off. So, you know, you're gonna need some dogs on that line coming from the outside in the middle, definitely, man. And he can run. He ain't the fastest QB, but to me, he's one of the smartest QBs in the game next to Tom Brady, definitely. He has great pocket awareness. He know how to feel the pressure, feel out the defense, and he always keeps his eyes down the field when he's in pressure too. So
Aaron Rodgers is a better QB talent than Tom Brady. Tom Brady just got the stats and the rings.
Yes. I want to say Aaron Rodgers, yes, I agree with you. He has the stats and he has the rings. But overall, Aaron Rodgers is more accurate, talent-wise, accuracy-wise, you know, and to me, football's smart. He knows football. He ain't no dummy, but that's nothing against Tom Brady. He's a football genius in himself, too. I done seen the man do so much with less. So I'm not gonna underplay my boy Tom like that no more. Neither. Like,
we just talk about straight talent as a QB.
Yeah, straight talent wise, Aaron Rodgers obviously, you know, not by a large margin, but he has more talent than Tom Brady. He's more athletic. I'd say he's more athletic. But yeah, you're gonna need somebody to put pressure on Tom Brady. I mean, Aaron Rodgers in this game. You cannot let him sit back there, especially with Devontae Adams out there. A lot of the key, you know, he got old boy come out the backfield too.
Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon starting to get some burn too.
Right, but Aaron Jones is very effective in the pass game too. Mm-hmm. So that's one of them things where Aaron Rodgers ain't scared to check down. If y'all got his two best third options covered. So, but yeah, man, definitely gonna need a good performance from the Niners defense, and especially from Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy Pornstar.
Jimmy just can't fuck up the money.
He can't fuck up the money.
So you know what that means? He's going to hand that bitch off 25 to 30 times and
try
to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field.
Running the ball in Dallas, they need a repeat performance as far as that run game is concerned.
Right.
With Deebo Samuel, with whoever you got in that backfield, you hand that bitch off and you try to run it down the throat. Also, you're going to need to be effective in the passing game as well, too. Because I can see the Niners getting behind by a touchdown or at least by 10 points and them trying to call back and fight. I don't think they're going to have the lead they had in Dallas, where it was kind of comfortable. There wasn't too much pressure on Jimmy to, you know, it's just like a game management time for Jimmy not to fuck up and not.
Right.
You know what I mean? That type of situation Jimmy is not going to be in. He's going to be in an urgency situation. I need to put up points. I need to perform. Like all these stars, the offensive line, all them boys got to hold up.
And it's a cold weather game too, so you know San Fran ain't used to that type of environment.
Mind
so
you,
the running game gonna be important.
Early in the season, the Packers beat the Niners with that long ass field goal win early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And so the game, it can be close, but right at the moment, the Niners are a little banged up right now. But if they can get all their starters to at least be at 80-90%. They gonna have a chance. They got a shot. You know what I mean? They got a shot. Because they got healthy at the right time. So they still got some key players that's still healthy. You can still count on and perform. And like I said, kudos to the Niners DBs too for doing a great job nullifying a lot of their key weapons as far as the run game. Like, the Niners defense period. Like nullifying Zeke and getting CeeDee Lamb out the fucking game. But you know, of course, Marvin Cooper gonna do his thing, and the boy Scott's gonna do his thing too. But this is not a game for the Niners to be thinking they're going to get the lead. They're going to get turnovers because Aaron Rodgers rarely make mistakes.
He only throw 4 interceptions so far this season.
That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I like the Packers in this game. I'm gonna take, if I can, I'm about a point. I'm about to spread down to 3. Cause I think they could win by more than a field goal, but just on the safe side, I'm gonna buy it down to 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it down to 3-2 with the Packers, man. Aaron Rodgers, first game of the playoffs at home in Lambeau against the 49ers in this cold weather game. It's all Aaron Rodgers' advantage, man. It's all the Packers, man. I don't see the Packers losing the first game of the postseason at home, especially to the Niners that if they can't run the ball, they have no offense. So I'm going with the Packers, man. I'll buy the spread down to 3.
They're gonna have to run the ball though, because like I said, it's gonna be a cold game. The ball might be, Aaron Rodgers has experience throwing in the cold, while Jimmy doesn't.
Exactly.
So that's the clear advantage that Aaron Rodgers, the Packers have right now in this moment.
And the Packers have 2 running backs too. So if they want to play smash mouth, run the ball down your throat, they can do that too.
They can. They can.
But they got Aaron Rodgers. Man, just let him air it. Give it to Devontae Adams and whoever else he throw to. He really don't need to throw to nobody else but Devontae Adams. But
I mean, a lot of other key players been starting to come along. So I'm not gonna say like Devontae Adams is the only option. Like, they got some slot receivers that's decent. Valdez, homie Valdez, he all right. He been performing lately. You know what I mean? Like,
them other receivers would not start nowhere else in this league.
I don't know, man. It's all based on.
They won't, Jeff.
It's all based on who injured, injuries, shit like that.
If them boys your starters on another team, bro, then that means that you drafted or signed free agents horribly. So, yeah.
Are we gonna say that about the Packers? Because obviously, what? I don't know how was it in the draft.
Ain't got no choice, but Aaron Rodgers making it work.
Yeah,
he barely throw to them dudes anyway, man. He really throw to Devontae.
Nah, Adams. He does. He tried to get because he always spreads the ball around. He never throws to primarily just one guy. You know what I mean?
When it's time to make a big play, he don't throw to him.
Oh yeah, he going to Devontae Adams. Oh yeah. or he going to Aaron Jones. He's a mismatch if you putting a damn linebacker over him. If you line him out wide, you know what I mean? That's a mismatch all day. So yeah.
Yeah, so we both like the Packers at home to get the 49ers up out of there. All right, man. So the game on Sunday, the first game on Sunday, man, we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to the Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers, man. The Bucs are favored by a field goal. I'm going to pound the table and say upset alert.
Yeah.
Upset alert. All y'all in Tampa is going to hate me right now. Upset alert. I see the Rams playing the Super Bowl. They're gonna pull a stunt they pulled for Tampa last year, and the Rams gonna play the Super Bowl at home. I see the Rams going all the way. But this game, yeah, man, I think the Rams is just a better team, man. Offensively and defensively, man. I think especially offensively right now because Tampa Bay don't have Godwin, they don't have Antonio Brown anymore. Fournette might not play this game again, so they have a limited amount of offensive weapons. I think Gronk is kind of hurt too a little bit. So Brady ain't gonna have much to work with, man. And even though the Bucs have that pass rush, their defense is, as far as the secondary, is not elite at all. They can get beat. And the Rams with Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham, who just came out of nowhere, and he's back now. So you feel me? They got too many weapons. They're gonna be airing it out the whole night, man. You feel me? And I feel like the Bucs are not gonna be able to stop that. And also, the Rams got a pretty sturdy defense too, man. So you know what I'm saying? I like the Rams defense way better than the Bucs at this point. With that being said, I see the upset happening, man. I actually take the Rams on the money line.
Yes. This is a clear upset alert, even with the home field advantage to the Buccaneers, man. I mean, it's really hard to go against Tom Brady in the postseason. Of course, for obvious reasons, he's the GOAT. You know what I mean? He still has some notable weapons. I'm not going to just say that they're a total better team than them because we have seen the Rams fumble, like lose some games, questionable games, because they lost to the Niners week 17. Notable the Niners peaked. They got better towards the end of the season. They got a lot of key players back. But as far as I'm concerned, man, whenever they get ahead, sometimes they have a habit of getting too lax. Now,
complacent.
Complacent. It didn't show in the Arizona game. They actually played all 4 quarters. And that's exactly what the Rams defense and offense have to do, is play all 4 quarters. Not just play 1 or 2 or 3, but play all 4 quarters. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Because you know they're going to pass. But I'm telling you right now, if you get them damn defense to start biting on the run, because Akers tearing their ass up, oh yeah, Odell Cup over the head all day. And Higbee too. All day, every day.
I like them to do that anyway, Jeff.
Even if they do it, no, I'm saying they're gonna do that regardless. That's a known fact. We know Odell and Cup and Higbee gonna be involved. Matthew Stafford gonna eat them DBs up alive. We know that. But if you killing them on the ground too,
yeah, that'll help. But that's gonna be hard. They like top 3 against the run.
Understand that. And one of those things is, though, to me, them DBs, like their front 7 is gonna need to really put some pressure on Matthew Stafford in order for them to have a shot at this game. Like, it's gonna really come down to their front 7. I understand the DB is gonna be the one out covering the wide receivers, but they could put some pressure and rattle Matthew Stafford's cage and not let him sit in that pocket and throw. I mean, he has a strong arm, but I question sometimes his decision on where he throwing the ball to and who throwing the ball.
Yeah, he get reckless sometimes. That was one of the only knock on him coming from Detroit.
That's what I'm saying. He does get reckless sometimes, but he's still a good quarterback, definitely an elite quarterback. But yeah, man. And right now the Buccaneers running game is not. They don't got their best what weapons on in the running game. Offensive line is kind of hurt too as well.
Yeah, O-line got banged up.
They got banged up.
Aaron Donald is coming.
Yeah, and we saw in that last week game against the Eagles, man. They was able to get to Tom, man. I think he got sacked like 4 or 5 times in that game, I believe. I'm not mistaken. So definitely Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Floyd ain't gonna have an issue at all with that O-line 100%.
Forgot about Von Miller.
Yes.
Forgot about Von Miller.
Yes.
Forgot about Von Miller.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Upset alert, Jeff. Upset alert. I'm telling you.
Listen, dog.
Upset alert.
Von Miller played spectacular last week too against Arizona. So man, I'm like, man, it's a problem right now, man, for the Buccaneers, man. Like, it's a real problem. Because especially if you ain't got your offensive line. Now, I can understand the run game, but if your offensive line ain't healthy, all them boys ain't there, it's a
ain't shit.
It's a problem. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cold weekend in Tampa, a cold, sad weekend in Tampa.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay is gonna be empty and quiet.
Man, all I'm gonna say is I like the Rams. Definitely for the upset. If they not, I'd be surprised if they're not the favorite by Sunday. But
that's why you got to take the bet now.
Yeah, take it now. Take it on the money line. Take
it on the money line. Take it now. Upset alert. Upset alert. We're not professional gamblers and none of that, so don't take our word for it. But upset alert. We're just trying to help y'all win some bread if y'all do that. So
yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey. Man, Brett Stafford, all you gotta look for is number 24. Whoever number 24 was sticking out there, throw at his ass.
Yeah.
Whoever Carlton Davis is sticking out there, throw at his ass.
Yeah. He get a little flat-footed every now. Most of the time, he get a little flat-footed.
And he don't play the slot like that. So
yeah,
he got to either play Odell Beckham or Cooper Kupp.
You know what's crazy? Jump off top of it. Last year, to me, he was they make it or break it. In the Super Bowl, I was like, man, if whoever he matched up on, I could see Mahomes going to him all night.
But the thing is, Mahomes didn't have time to know.
That's what I'm saying.
That front seven was applying so much pressure.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't have time to expose him.
That's exactly what the Buccaneers defense got to do. Is repeat of last year's Super Bowl performance, if they can. Put that pressure on Matthew Stafford's ass. And get him off the field.
That running game is so good, man, that the play action it's hard to defend against with
That's
the
what I'm
Rams.
saying, though. But of course, the Buccaneers, like I said, number 3 in the run game, so they can stop the run. You know, I don't think the play action really gonna be that difficult for the Buccaneers to recognize it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they gonna need to get to Stafford. He got too many weapons. He got too many weapons. So yeah,
I think they're gonna line Cooper up. They're gonna have Cooper playing mostly out of the slot and just tear him up from the slot, man. Because I don't see
Odell be line up at the slot, quick slants here, come across the middle here.
Leave Odell on the outside because you know number 24 gonna stick him eventually, Joe.
Listen. Odell is a matchup. It's a mismatch right now. Even against their best linebacker, cover linebacker. You see what I'm saying? And that's Levante David. That's a miss. He's fast. He ain't no tight end.
Levante David from the crib, right?
Yeah, from the crib, my boy from the crib. And mind you, he's their best cover linebacker. You get him on Odell, it's a problem. You get Levante David on Cup at the line at the slot. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
So can I say this? We throw the stats out the window and all that shit.
Yeah.
Odell is the best receiver on the field this Sunday.
Oh, so all the
both
stats. Talent-wise, yes.
Okay.
Talent-wise, right? I mean, I'm not gonna say nah. You know what? If we throw the stats out the window, if we just rely on pure talent, yeah, you can say Odell is. It's tight though between him and Evans. It's tight.
Evans, I think he's just a one-trick pony, man. He just big.
Nah, man. The man, he's smart. Like he's smart. I think it does.
He get hurt too much too.
Tom Brady placed that ball where it need to be placed at, and him win those matchups, those one-on-one matchups, especially in the red zone. But man, I like what I've seen for him in recent seasons, last year and this year. Man, he's proven he hasn't had a downfall yet. Like even with AB out there and Godwin out there, obviously when all 3 of them out there, I like AB. But man, he's proven to be a top 5 receiver in the league. I believe top 5, definitely.
All right, man. So we both think it's gonna be upset alert for the Bucks, and the Rams gonna go ahead and take that one, man. So now we're gonna go to the final game of this playoff weekend, which is the Buffalo Bills traveling to the Chiefs to play Kansas City, man. And Kansas City a 1.5 favorite. So upset alert, Joe. Upset alert, Joe. Upset alert, man. Hey, I like the Bills to come through and take this one, man. I know it's at Arrowhead Stadium and all that shit, and it might be a cold game, but Buffalo play in the cold too. So that's not going to be a factor.
No, it's an even matchup as far as condition-wise. I don't think it's going to be a factor for neither team, definitely.
And plus, Buffalo has a better defense than Kansas City. Even though Kansas City played a little bit better on defense, Buffalo defense is way better. And also, I feel like with that being said, the Bills are going to take more opportunities offensively on the Chiefs, especially with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and Singletary starting to get a lot of burn now too. So they're actually running the ball. And Kansas City still statistically worse in both the rushing and passing defense. So with that, man, I feel like they're going to go in there and outscore Patrick Mahomes enough and stop him enough defensively for them to go ahead and pull out the upset, man. I'll take that game on the money line too.
I disagree with you on the first time today on this, my brother. I think you really undermining Kansas City defense improvement. Like they started off rocky, definitely this season. They had a couple losses due to their defense, especially like early in the season. But since like they drafted they grabbed who you call it from Pittsburgh, number 24, the pass rusher, or 50, wasn't it? 24, 54. I can't remember right now. It's the top of my head, but man, he actually been helping their run defense. Their run defense has actually improved. Now, pass defense, because they've been able to get pressure, they've been actually to play better in the pass. So they're not the same defense from the beginning of the season. And to me, Buffalo defense, they do one thing good, which was defend against the pass, right? but they run defense has been looking horrible.
Yeah, they have, but
Man,
Kansas City doesn't have a running back right now. Their running backs are hurt. I know running back showed up last week, McKinnon.
Yeah,
but he can't do that shit every week.
I don't think that's still gonna be an issue for Mahomes and Andy Reid. I think they still could draw up a good scheme against that defense and still run the ball decent enough for them to get the defense to bite on the run. So and man, I don't. To me, Travis Kelce against they safeties is a bad matchup. Of course,
Micah Hyde is pretty good. He's a Pro Bowler.
Who?
Micah Hyde from Buffalo. He's a Pro Bowler. He's pretty good.
So, you guard Kelce with your best safety. You guard Tyreek Hill with your best outside corner, right? They got more weapons than that in the passing game, bro. Recently,
it looked like that on Facebook. It looked
number
like
13.
Recently.
Number 13. Forgive me for not knowing their name, but number 13 and number 1.
Pringle, I think, like the chip.
Pringle. Yeah, Pringle and the number 1.
I think McKinnon, the running back. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. Man, from what I seen, them boys talented, man. They some good, like, 3rd, 4th options. Like, checking down. Like, if Travis Kelce ain't open, Tyreek Hill ain't open, okay, Pringle, okay, him. Like, I'm saying it. I'm saying
all right, you can live. We can live with them two being you, but you ain't gonna be able to live with Kelce and Hill.
You're not gonna be able to contain Kelce or Hill for too long. They gonna do what they do regardless. But you let them get in the game, you let them start beating you real bad, bro. So that means your 2nd and 3rd best corners and safeties ain't performing. They're gonna beat you. They're gonna beat you. You can put your best on, because that's my thing is, you can put your best guys on Kelce and Hill, but these two guys still can make noise. They still can beat you. And to me, rather if you let Hill, Kelce, them not let you beat you, if you still lost the game, what does it matter? They still beat you. So to me, Buffalo pass defense ain't all that great. They not. That's my personal opinion. Because to me, New England wasn't really known for passing the ball. How did New England beat them the first time? They ran the ball. Man, look, they gonna run the ball effectively. Andy Reid is a great coach to not let that be an excuse. Oh, we ain't got a running back, so nah, bro. He's too good of a head coach to let that be their Achilles heel in this game. So I'm taking the Chiefs at home on the spread.
As well as 1.5, man. Ain't nobody gonna lose.
Yeah, I'm taking the spread. I'm taking the spread.
Yeah,
I'm taking the spread. And Josh Allen, he's gonna do his thing. I want to see how he performs against this defense. I definitely think that performance against New England defense, great defense by the way. But yeah. But I man.
So with that being said, man, what you like for the lock of the week, man? What's your lock of the week out of these playoff games?
Lock of the week is hard to say right now, man, because right now we're down to the elite teams. There really is a lock of the week. I want to say the team I think that I have confidence in winning, and this is, call it crazy or not, I like the Rams to beat the Buccaneers. I like it.
Yeah, that's my lock of the week too, man. That's my lock of the week too, man. I'm going with the Rams, man. I think the Rams really gonna do their thing, man. They're gonna really, really be able to go in and sneak a win out in Tampa Bay, man, because I think their team is too stacked. And plus, everything is favored for them to be playing at home for the Super Bowl this year. The same way how it was last year with Tampa. I can see it happening with the Rams this year.
Yep, so definitely. I think that kind of the Rams' approach was to grabbing Von Miller, grabbing Odell, grabbing these key guys was going to be all or nothing to win the championship finally, in their backyard, just like what the Buccaneers did a season ago. Try to repeat what the Buccaneers did. And to be the champs, you got to go through the champs. So here you go right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's hopefully, like I said, they can get it done, man. I think they can, and kudos definitely to my boy Tom, because I don't know if it's going to be his last season or not, but Kudos to the man if it is, though.
Yeah, he's gonna be there for like 2-3 more seasons. He want to play till he's 50. He want to
Yeah,
settle
he
down.
probably you probably right.
Well, man, with that being said, man, that's the end of the episode, man. We're going to try to do this again next week, man. But until then, man, y'all go ahead and enjoy this playoff weekend, man. And I hope the teams that you're going for win. And if not, I hope it at least be a good game and at least compete and keep it competitive, man. With that being said, I'm signing out. Holler at y'all next week.